The second ingredient of our chocolate milk is going to be chocolate powder or syrup, and that is going to add our chocolate flavor. And the third ingredient in our chocolate milk recipe is going to be sugar, and that is going to sweeten our milk so it's a little bit tastier. Now, when I first, before we go on, make sure you keep that recipe in your back pocket because we're going to refer to it later. So, when I first came across this statistic, I was a sophomore in high school, so I was 16 to 17 years old. So I was a little bit older than you guys are now, and I was in a little bit of a limbo place in my life. I had originally gone to high school thinking that I was going to study veterinary science in hopes of becoming a veterinarian. But when I got through the introductory courses of vet science in my high school's ag program, I realized that the veterinarian lifestyle was not something that I thought was very conducive or would fit well within the kind of lifestyle that I wanted when I was an adult. So I really did not know what I wanted to do with my life, but I knew that I no longer wanted to be a veterinarian. So I originally found this fact when I was writing a speech for a Rotary International Speech Contest, and it really struck me. And I said to myself, how can Americans make good, healthy choices for their food if they don't know where their food comes from? And suddenly, just like that, I had found a new passion and a re-inspired purpose. So I was passionate about educating people about farming and teaching them where their food comes from so that people all over our nation can make smart and healthy decisions regarding their food for themselves and their families. So jump forward about 3 to 4 years, and currently I am serving as the Vice President of the Connecticut FFA Association. So through that leadership role, I am working with future agriculturalists, teams that are interested in farming, achieve their goals, and I'm also working with current ag teachers, which, if you remember, is what I would like to do with my life. I'm also working as an intern with the New London County 4-H office. And so I am able to teach students in after-school programs about farming and about science and technology. And I am also halfway done with my first college degree. So I am on track to becoming an agriculture educator and making that difference in my community. Now I want to teach you how I did it. I followed a recipe, just like we used to make our chocolate milk. But I'm going to teach you this recipe for leadership and success. So our first ingredient in our recipe to success is finding our passion. So find something that is in your life that really motivates you and gets you excited to wake up every day. For me, that is teaching about agriculture and farming and knowing that I am going to make a positive change in my community. Now, you don't need to know exactly what that is yet, and that is perfectly okay. For the first 12 years of my life, I thought that I wanted to be a veterinarian, and that is just not the case. So you have a wonderful opportunity to really explore the world around you and figure out what it is that gets you excited and that you really enjoy about life. So maybe you really enjoy doing math problems, and so you really enjoy math. Or maybe you like to design science experiments, so science is your passion. Because if you don't love what you do, you won't be able to maximize and grow your success to its biggest potential or form. The second ingredient in our recipe is to get involved in the world around you. I was able to get myself involved with the specific clubs and after-school organizations and other opportunities that allowed me to grow my skill set and my talents that I am then going to use and apply to my overall goal. So you are already getting involved in the world around you by joining this wonderful club. And so take advantage of those experiences that are going to allow you to grow the talents that you need to succeed. So if you enjoy writing, maybe you get involved in the school newsletter. Or if you enjoy music, maybe you join the band and sing or learn how to play an instrument. And our third ingredient in our recipes to success in leadership is setting goals. So a goal is some sort of dream or something that you want to achieve. And by setting long-term and short-term goals, or goal that you're going to achieve over many years would be a long-term goal, and a goal that you are going to achieve in a shorter amount of time, maybe weeks or months, is going to be a short-term goal. And those goals are going to give you purpose and direction in finding that success. So your short-term goal might be to learn a new song on the piano, or it could be getting a home run in baseball. And those goals are going to set you up for success because they're going to tell you what you need to do in order to achieve your dream. So some of my goals were to graduate high school with good grades, to attend the University of Connecticut to learn about teaching and agriculture. And my ultimate goal, as you remember, is to make that positive change in my community by teaching people about where their food is coming from. So over the speech, you have learned 2 different recipes. Our first was for chocolate milk, and the ingredients for that were sugar, chocolate, and milk. And the second one that you can apply to your lives is for success and leadership. And the ingredients for that recipe were finding your passion, becoming involved, and setting goals for yourself. So your next steps are to find out what you love to learn about and do. And then you can use that recipe to reach that success and to find those leadership positions. And if there is anything that I would like you to remember from this talk today, it is that chocolate milk does not come from brown cows. So thank you guys so much for having me. It was a real honor to come out and speak to you all today, and I cannot wait to hear all of your wonderful speeches. So thank you.
Does anyone have any questions before Sarah leaves?
I have a question.
Oh, then please ask it.
Do you raise quails?
I do not raise quails. I actually raise sheep. I have a small flock of Romney sheep, and so they live in my backyard, and I feed them every morning and every night, and they are just happy little balls of wool, and they are a lot of fun. But I do not have any experience with raising birds, but that would be cool. Do you raise quail?
I want to.
Yeah, that might be something that you could look into. Maybe reach out to your 4-H office. I bet they can help you get started.
All right, Ariana, you raised your hand. Do you want to ask a question?
I have a question. Do you like public speaking?
I love public speaking. I think it is so much fun, and I love to get to share my passion, and I love to get to share my message with all the people around me. And I think that what you guys are doing in this club is absolutely amazing, and you are really setting yourselves up for success because you are great at gaining some really incredible skills.
All right, let's just have one more because we're a little bit tight on time. Alyssa, would you like to ask a question?
So are those ribbons on the back wall? And if they are, how did you get them?
They are ribbon. That's a great question. So as I talked about, I have a flock of Romney sheep. And so one of the things that I like to do with them is take them to fairs and show them. So sheep showmanship is when you take your sheep and you walk it around a show ring at a fair, and there's a judge, and the judge scores you on how well you show your animal off. So one of the things that my sheep have they have really good wool. So one of the things that I want to highlight when I show my sheep at the fair is how nice and soft and long their wool is. So those ribbons are from sheep showmanship.
All right.
I also have one for public speaking up there actually too.
All right, Sarah, you can stay or leave if you want. We're gonna head into breakout rooms.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you too.